LGBT, tell me what that means to me. I don't mean to dress like this. I actually have paint stains on my shirt from paint by number, but it's 76 degrees in New Jersey on April 9th. If the weather doesn't care, I don't either. Welcome to Real Talk today, friends. Today I want to discuss what it's like being an autistic non-binary person. So I made some of my other autistic friends a little confused when I called myself Autigender the other day. Autigender. That's a new one. I wonder if we have a flag for that yet. Although, of all the people who have team colors, I'm not going to remember them. So, what do we know about non binaryism? Well, to define that, we first have to define what that binary is, since we are very much not. That binary, or two, is an easy, simple, simplistic distilling of gender down into only two options. You are a man or you are a woman. You have certain ways that you dress. You have certain gender roles. There are certain jobs and occupations that you specifically are ideal for, and there are certain things you just do not do. Fortunately, the times, our society, and thankfully the internet have made it so that we don't have to be boiled down into a distilled gender concentrate that doesn't really make up who we are as people. It does not encompass the entirety of our gender identity, and it certainly limits us in our gender expression. And not only are those binary options restrictive, but they also change every generation or so. Hey Ma, what was women's liberation like during the 60s and 70s? You were right there at the forefront. When I was in high school, we held sit-ins to fight for the right to wear pants. Wow, so you'd like show up to school in pants and just sit there until the teachers had to put up with it and deal with the fact that women wear pants? That's incredible. Of course not. We sat in our skirts. Grandma would have killed me. She already called me a beep because I had short hair and wore pants. Oh, you can't say that anymore. That's a slur. Stop. No. Ooh. Ow. So let's think about what most autistic people are like. For the most part, a lot of us struggle with social interactions and social rules. I'm not saying we all do, and I'm not saying that all rules make no sense to us. But for a lot of people with autism, things that are normative or normalized in neurotypical social interactions, discussions, or even culture just don't make sense to us. So it's not like all autistic people shun all the social rules because many of us do want to have friends and be kind to people and fit into multiple personal or professional situations as needed. But remember, sometimes it is a little bit harder for us to learn these social norms because we have to apply ourselves if they're not already our special interest. Why on earth would we pick gender as one of our priorities? Seriously, why? Now, please don't use this video to say that autistic people don't care about gender, because many people do. This is not painting a big brush to just color every single autistic queer out there, but it is a phenomenon that is starting to be discussed in autistic forums. And it's better understood from the framework of this is how a lot of us tend to think. Hashtag not all autistics. But for those of us with our particular spin on autistically delicious apathy when it comes to gender, the term autogender works. And it fits perfectly fine under the non-binary umbrella. I found a flag. So as autistic people now have the internet where we can congregate online and share our experiences with things like gender identity and expression, more and more autistic people are realizing they're non-binary because they're realizing what genderqueer people have been trying to teach us for decades now. Gender is a social construct. I want to end by saying that neurotypical or neurodivergent, binary or non-binary, and whether or not you identify with the gender you were assigned at birth, you are not alone, you are valid, you are loved, and you are worthy.